Do you sometimes feel held back in life and limited in any kind of way, and you have no idea why or what is really holding you back? Maybe you've done some inner healing already and maybe worked through your limiting beliefs and doubts or whatnot, but you still feel like there's something holding you back. Whether it's you're unable to create more financial abundance in your life or create more success or find a loving partner or anything like that, and you have no idea why that is. Now, did you know that this invisible force could be due to ancestral patterns? Yes, because your ancestors handed down their beliefs, their fears, their doubts, their programming down to their children, and their children handed down to their children, all the way down to you. So these ancestral patterns and ancestral programming, as they're being handed down to their descendants, all the way down to you, they're affecting you negatively in your life, or they can affect you negatively in your life, whether you're aware of it or not. They're often playing out in the background. It's those beliefs of hard work and sacrifice and don't dream too big and get real and all of those different things, or making money is hard and money doesn't grow on trees, rich people are evil. All those things and so many more, they have been handed down to you, and they are affecting you negatively. And you too are handing down your beliefs, your fears, your programming down to your children. So you are actually programming your children too to have certain beliefs. And they too then can affect them later down the line. So ancestral patterns, ancestral programming, it can truly be the reason for you not being able to create the financial abundance, the success, the freedom, the happiness, the joy, whatever it is that you want to create, wherever you're feeling stuck in your life. This could have something to do with ancestral patterns. And in this video, I want to talk to you a little bit more about how to spot those ancestral patterns, how they can affect you negatively, and also what you can do to start healing and clearing those ancestral patterns to really set yourself free, because you don't want to be held back by those ancestral patterns, right? Because for one, you didn't choose to believe those things, right? These things were handed down to you and you made them your truth because you believe what you were taught from your family, your ancestors, those that are still alive, right? Because they have learned all these things from their ancestors. But you can break free from that, because on an energetic level, those deep programming, those ancestral patterns, they're showing up in your life. They're holding you back in so many different ways. So for example, the belief of money doesn't grow on trees, or making money is hard, or even just the belief of sacrifice, that you have to sacrifice something in order to have something that you really want. All of those things are actually affecting your ability to make more money or create the success, experience the financial abundance. Or then also on another level, especially I see that a lot in the spiritual community, those way showers, those who are really embracing their spiritual path, they are feeling maybe afraid of really coming out of the spiritual closet because of what they have been taught, that all that woo-woo stuff is just weird, right? And people may judge you and reject you and things like that. That also could have been handed down from your ancestors because, well, back in the day, the woo-woo stuff wasn't mainstream like it is today. So back in the day when someone had spiritual gifts, whereas maybe an energy healer and things like that, well, they were maybe hung or burned on the stake or, shunned or rejected or feared or anything like that. So they have taken on beliefs that, ooh, if I'm spiritual, I have gifts, I can't tell anyone because, well, they may reject me, they may hurt me or anything like that, right? So these are the beliefs, the energetic signatures stayed with them throughout their life, and they handed that down and to their children or their family, their descendants, and it can still affect you today. And that's why it's so important that you uncover these ancestral patterns, because they are affecting you in your life. They're affecting you in ways of how you're showing up in the world, what you do or don't do, what you go after or what you talk yourself out of, what you allow yourself to have or not, the dreams that you have, the goals that you set for yourself, and everything in your life. All aspects of your life can be impacted by these ancestral patterns. So if you're feeling very stuck in your life and you've maybe tried different things from emotional healing, shadow work or whatnot, and you're still feeling like there's still something holding you back, then it might be a good idea to explore the ancestral patterns, because they are very real and they can also have a very big impact, negative impact in your life. So how do you spot and uncover those ancestral patterns? Let's talk a little bit more about that, because it's really important that you uncover that. So the first step is really, you want to explore your life. What areas of your life are you feeling stuck in that you simply can't seem to move forward, that you're really feeling so stuck in that no matter what you do, you can't move forward. You may feel like that there's somewhat of an invisible ceiling there that you can't move past, or there's just something that causes you to feel quite stuck. Start there. Explore all the areas where you're feeling stuck. This could be financial, this could be success related, this could be health related, it could be any area of your life. But start out, what area in your life, where do you feel most stuck in? Then you want to dig a little deeper. What are your beliefs around these things? What are some beliefs that you have picked up on from other people? And what have you been taught around these things? Because you want to uncover the patterns. You want to uncover what you have picked up on, because you have made it your truth. And you want to uncover, what is that something that you start believing, that you experienced? Because if it's something that you experienced, then it is not necessarily ancestral. But if it's something that you have picked up on from your family, from anyone that came before you, those then most possibly could be ancestral patterns. And then maybe if you're then also looking a little closer and seeing, well, how did it affect my parents or the people that I've picked that up from? That gives you a good indicator that that may be a pattern. You can also look at in your life, like, where else is this showing up? Where is the connection here? Because if it's a pattern, it's not just something that happened once, but it is a pattern. It keeps showing up in different ways. And that's because of the beliefs that you have picked up on, the beliefs that you have made your truth. They're not the collective truth. And here you can actually double check. Is this of truth? Do you have absolute proof that this is of truth? So for example, going back to the example of, coming out of the spiritual closet, right? Sharing with the world that you have spiritual gifts. If you have the fear that, if I do that, people are going to reject me, they're going to laugh at me and things like that. The question is here then, do you have absolute proof that this is what will happen? The answer is no, you don't. Because you have no proof that this is what happens. This is like a what if, or it could be. It's like the worst case scenario, right? But it is not a truth. Like the absolute truth would be, for example, gravity. That is absolute truth, right? What goes up always comes down. That is an absolute truth. You have proof that this is going to happen, because jump up, you're going to come down, right? Or that there's always going to be air to breathe. That is an absolute truth, because, well, hey, you can breathe. The air is never going to run out. So that's an absolute truth. You have proof of that. But most often, those beliefs that we have, there's no truth there. There's no proof that this is actually what's going to happen. It's just like worst case scenario, our fears and our doubts. So this is then also a good way to then uncover what is something that you picked up on, and then also really uncovering that this is really not true, right? Then you have a choice, because with awareness comes the power of choice. So you didn't want to then choose, okay, do you want to continue believing that? If not, and I hope you don't, then you want to then heal the negative charge around what you uncovered. So basically what you can do here's a beautiful, easy, simple step that you can do is you can use Ho'oponopono. It's an Hawaiian mantra that can help you release the negative energy. Of course, if you know of any other energy healing modality, do that. I use light language a lot for inner healing, but Ho'oponopono is a great starting point if you don't know of any kind of healing modality. So the way it goes is you have your list of the things that you uncovered. And here, ideally, you actually want to do that in writing so you have something to then tune into. So you didn't go one by one. You're tuning into whatever you uncovered. And then you're using Ho'oponopono. Like I said, it's an Hawaiian mantra, and it goes like this. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And you just keep repeating that. You can do it out loud or in your mind with the intention of releasing the emotional charge. You can even envelop whatever you uncovered, that emotion, with pure white light, healing light. And really setting the intention that as you're repeating the Hawaiian mantra, seeing it dissolve into nothingness where it came from. And you do that with each and everything that you have written down, each and every belief and experience that you have written down. The emotional charge around it. Tune into each one by one, and do this process using Ho'oponopono, enveloping it with white healing light, and then setting the intention of seeing it dissolve into the nothingness where it came from. When you do that a couple of times, you will feel that shift, or you will then know when to move on to the next one. So you want to stay with one until you feel like, okay, this has been dissolved. You maybe see it visually, or you feel it, or you just know it, or you maybe get that insight that, okay, now this has been complete. Then you move on to the next one. You do that, you go through your list of things that you have uncovered. Then what you want to do is you want to then decide, well, what do you want to now feel instead? What do you want to replace, whatever you just cleared and healed, what do you want to replace it with? Because you can't just always just heal and clear and then it leaves a void. So you want to replace it with something better, something positive. Here you can use positive affirmations, you can use positive statements, whatever you want to do, like just deciding on specific feelings that you want to have instead of what you just cleared. You can either make a list of beliefs that you want to do, or you can just do it all in the moment, right? Really infusing and anchoring in those beliefs. And then you want to imagine pulling in the frequency of those new beliefs, the essence of that into your heart, really embodying it. Here, what you can also do is, let's say you want to feel abundant or freedom or whatever words do you use. You want to tune into those words and actually feel it, because you know what it feels like to be abundant and feel freedom. You've experienced it at one point in your life, and you want to feel that, because if you wouldn't have never experienced it, you wouldn't know that this is what you want, right? So you don't want to embody that. Really bring it into your being, bring it into your heart, anchor it in. And then moving forward, you want to act from that higher way, acting from that new place of these emotions that you have embodied. Because it's important, in order to make change, in order to grow and move forward, well, you have to heal and clear what's holding you back. You want to embody something new, and then you want to move forward from that place. You want to take different actions. If previously maybe you held back, well, now maybe the next action would be, don't hold back. Step into it. Just do it. Take the step. Take the necessary step that will help you move forward. Release the fear. Let go of the fear. And just do it anyways. Whatever it is, right? And then also, become aware of whenever you're noticing that you're kind of slipping up again, you're kind of slipping into the old again, then course correct. Like, no, I've healed that already. Maybe even tuning in again to see, well, what else is there? What else is there that is holding me back? And then clear that, heal that, release that, and then move forward again. Embodying new beliefs, embodying new frequencies, and then act from that place. That's how you can shift things around. Now, of course, some of the ancestral patterns, they may be a little bit more stuck, and here you may need some extra help. Here, I want to invite you, browse through my library of light language activations to assist you in that deep, inner, energetic healing. And if you need even more help, then you can also consider maybe joining me in Transcendence, my membership, where you can receive weekly support through our weekly live calls, monthly workshops, private community, to really get the help to really move forward. So if that's of interest to you, link is in the description below. You can check it out, try it out for 7 days free to see if Transcendence is really the right fit for you. I would be honored if you were to join me inside Transcendence. But this is how you can do some ancestral healing, really uncovering those ancestral patterns and then healing them, clearing them, and moving forward. Because you don't want to let those ancestral patterns really influence your life, because they're often negatively influencing your life. So if you're feeling stuck in any area of your life, tune in and see, are there some ancestral patterns there that require some healing, some clearing, some letting go of, and then transcending into something higher, something better, something more aligned, and then take actions from that place. So thank you so much for being here. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a favor, hit the like button. Maybe leave me a comment below. Let me know, have you done any ancestral healing before, or do you feel like you may benefit from ancestral healing? I would love to know. Leave me a comment below. I would love to know. And also check out these 2 videos here. One is an activation, a light language activation to let go of any suffering. And another video is about why continuous inner healing is really key to long-term transformation. I think you're going to enjoy both of those. So thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Until then, make an amazing, abundant, joyful day. Namaste.